you say that because there's a video on TikTok. A father caught a teenager in the room with his daughter.
Oh, wow.
And he pulled them off, so the teenager went and got his mother. The mother came, said, "You better not put your hands on my son." He's like, "Wait, your son knew the rules.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to be in the living room,
yeah.
not in the bedroom." So the mother took it to a fence, and he's basically, the mother was asking her son, "So did he put his hands on you?"
Right, right.
Yeah. So the father's like, "Look, he knew the rules when he came over here, but the mother wasn't trying to hear it."
Wasn't trying to hear it,
bro. It's my house, so my rules,
right.
my consequences.
Exactly.
Your son, what the fuck?
Dude, this woman is crazy, man. Read that.
Damn, man.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 19.
Give me Psalms
The
111
Lord,
10.
by wisdom, hath founded the earth. By understanding, hath he established the heavens.
Read it one more time. Project your voice.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 19.
Bring it out.
The Lord, by wisdom, hath founded the earth.
13.
Come. The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 13. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom.
It said, happy is the man that findeth wisdom, man. Why is the man happy when he find wisdom? Got birds flying over us and everything. Why is the man happy? Because he found wisdom, man. Because he found that light. He found the commandments of the Lord. Right? Read.
Come. And the man that getteth understanding.
And he gets understanding. How does he get understanding? By keeping the commandments of the Most High God. How do we obtain wisdom? Read that.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
It said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? Give me Sirach 2 and 15. He said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of the wisdom. If the man in the house fears the Lord, he has to lead the household the same way.
Khan.
He has to give the wisdom to the household, right? Read.
A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
A good understanding. If you fear God, you're going to have understanding.
Khan.
Why? Because you fear the Lord. You're going to have understanding and keep the commandments. Read.
It says, his praise endured forever.
And his praise endure forever. Read it one more time.
Khan, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 111 and verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
It's all they that do his commandments. When you fear the Most High, you're going to keep his commandments. And you're going to obtain wisdom. You're going to see things in this Bible that's going to get you out of trouble. I can't mess with that girl. Yeah, she got a big booty and a smile, but I ain't dealing with it.
God.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be lusting after your sister. You're not going to want to try to kill your brother. You're not going to want to try to hurt your brother in any kind of way, right? You're going to want to take care of your kids. You want to try to take care of your wife. Love your wife as Christ loved the church.
God.
Right? Read that.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 15. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his words.
Those that fear the Lord ain't going to go against what he say.
No, he ain't.
The brother said, I don't know if I can stop celebrating Christmas. Even if God told me to. That's wild to me. If God told me to stop celebrating certain things and I read it, I'm gonna stop doing it, man, because I fear the Lord. Read.
And they that love him will keep his ways.
And if you love the Most High, you're gonna keep his ways. Right? How do we show God we love him? By keeping his commandments. How do we show God that we fear him? By keeping his commandments. Right? Read.
They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well-pleasing unto him.
Right? We're going to go out and seek. We're going to go out and read this book. We're going to see how the Most High wants us to act.
Come.
Right? We're going to see what pleases the Lord so we can please him. We're not going to do opposite of what he say.
No, we're not.
Right? Read.
And they that love him shall be filled with the law.
And we're going to be filled with the law because we love the Lord. Right? Keep reading.
They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls into his sight.
Right. Read.
Saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord. and not into the hands of the men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Get Matthew 10 and 28, right? So it said we don't want to fall in the hands of the Lord. I mean, we don't want to fall in, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Go ahead and read that one more time.
The book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 18, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord and not into the hands of men.
Right? So if we go against what God say, we don't want to fall in the hands of the Lord. Right? We don't want to be destroyed. We want to fear the person, or not the person, but the power that can destroy our body. It can destroy our soul.
Come on.
Right? Read.
For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
So is his mercy, man. Right? What you got?
Come on. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 28.
Get John 7:38.
And fear not them, this is red letter, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
Right? So we're not supposed to fear. That's why we don't have no fear out here, man. That's why we don't have no fear of what's going on. We're not supposed to fear the person that can kill the body, but they can't kill the soul. Right? What's going on, brother? How you doing, man? Right? Read.
But rather, Slakia, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
We got to fear the power that can destroy the body and the soul. At a snap of a finger, the Most High can get rid of your entire existence. Your whole bloodline can be gone. Go ahead.
Hey, Slakia. And that's how you know hell is the actual hell that we was given is not real.
Right.
Because the actual hell that was given to us, that they give us, it tells us that the devil rules over that, right? This right here, we can clearly say that the most Christ is talking about God.
Yep.
So if the devil, which has rulership over hell, if that's his dominion, and this is talking about God, and this is the hell that God is talking about, he gonna see, then that don't make sense.
It don't make sense, man.
That don't make sense.
And when y'all get a chance, look up that word hell. Right? When y'all get a chance, look up that word hell right there. Hold on, let me grab it real quick.
You look grabbing it in a blue letter?
I got something else. That is hell is G1067. It's called Gehenna. Right? That's the Greek word Gehenna. It says hell is the place of the future punishment called Gehenna, or Gehenna for fire. This was the original valley of Hinnom, south of Jerusalem, where the filth and dead animals of the city were cast out and burnt, a fit symbol of the wicked and their future destruction. So this isn't talking about, you going down to the middle of the earth and burning, right? This ain't talking about Hades, right? So when people say, oh, we're in hell, no. Hell is a condition, or a mind state, right? Because when Jonah, when he said, oh, I'm in the belly of hell, was he burning? No. La'ah, right? Read what you got.
Book of John, chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture has said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Right? So this is why we got to keep wisdom. How do we obtain wisdom? We keep the commandments, right? But in also obtaining wisdom, we got to believe on Christ.
Come on.
We got to believe what Christ said, right? Read that again.
The book of John, chapter 7, verse 38. He that believeth on me, as the scripture hath said, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water.
Right? So we got to believe on Christ as the scriptures have said, right? Get Hebrews 9 and 15, but get it in the CEV. What's going on, brothers?
Nothing much with greatness, man. We're getting better at it. We're going to be like y'all one day.
Hey, man, we pray and we hope that y'all come on this side with us, man. You guys believe in God? You believe in the Bible? Yeah?
We basically having the same kind of conversation that y'all having without the Bible.
Okay. What y'all talking about?
Life itself.
Life itself.
Talking when things don't go. there for somebody, but they're not there for you.
Come, can you? I can't hear you.
So the thing is, we're going through relationships.
Okay.
Right? Our relationship, we both have the same kind of relationship problems. Well, me, I'm totally more single, but he has another woman that, and I like that relationship, but she's not giving the energy of wanting to be with him, but saying that he's never gonna leave her life.
Okay.
Like best friend type thing, but now she's giving him all the energy. Oh, you're solidified in my life. You're doing this. You're gonna. They gotta accept you first.
Yeah.
Before I even accept them.
That's
That's what we're
you
talking
deal with.
about.
You gonna accept just her and whatever she got to deal with. You're not gonna accept her and her male friend, and she tell you, hey, if you want me, you gotta accept him. Is that even possible?
She'll be happy.
That is
for
enough.
him.
That's enough.
If she get into
Look
another,
up.
if he get into another relationship, he'll
Be with a
happy.
godly man.
She'll be
Should be
happy
in-
with
in,
whoever she messes
Apocrypha.
with, and they gotta accept her too.
And that's not.
And it's vice versa with the same thing. I'm like, that don't work like that. Like
not how that
relationship is relationship.
So this is what we're talking about up here, right? We're talking about wisdom, right? Now, with y'all situation, as the man in the household, the head, you're supposed to be the head. Give me 1 Corinthians 11:3. Watch this.
I got this rock for you.
1 Corinthians 11:3.
Con.
Go ahead.
The book of 1 Corinthians. Slide. The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
So there's an order, right, that the Most High has ordained. God, Christ, man, woman, children, right? If you with this woman, you have to be able to lead her with wisdom. You understand what I'm saying? And when you lead with wisdom, she's gonna follow right through. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that you're not doing that. I don't know, right? But most of the time when our women is acting crazy, right, trying to take control of the situation, it's because our men aren't leading with wisdom, right? What does that mean? Leading with wisdom. Get
leading with wisdom to me would mean giving them everything they need to hear, but also showing at the same time.
one more time.
Leading with wisdom to me would be giving them everything they want to hear, but also showing them at the same time.
Okay, I can roll with that. I can roll with
I know
that.
you got a word for me.
I do. Get Psalms 111 verse 10. We just went over this, right? Psalms 11 verse 10, and then I'm gonna have you read that. Psalms 111 and verse 10. And then get Sirach chapter 2 verse 15.
Con, the book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding, having all they that do his commandments, his praise endureth forever.
So it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, right? So if you fear God, you're gonna do whatever he tells you to do. But in order for you to know how to do that, is you gotta read, right? What did it say after that? The fear of the Lord?
Con. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
So if you have a good understanding of what the Bible is saying, you're gonna do his commandments. The first thing is we gotta fear God, right? Once we fear God, that means we're doing what he's saying, right? Then once we learn the commandments of God, then we can lead our wives into doing the commandments of God, so we can fall in order. Understand me? Understand?
Yeah, that's
right?
very understandable.
Right? Now read that.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37 and verse 12. It says, but be continually with a godly man.
This is talking about a woman, right? Be continually with the godly man. And that goes with what I just brought out here. If you godly, you fear God, you keeping his commandments, you leading your wife into the right direction, right? Read.
But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments
You see?
of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarriage.
Right? So, if your wife is going through something, You're going to be there. You're going to lead her through the scriptures. You're going to teach her and lead her in the right direction.
Tyler, we were just talking about that. That's exactly what we really were talking about.
What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Peace, God.
Being in the right area to be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
And be that man of God that they need.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yes, and I'm glad that we actually walked by here because...
Give me Proverbs 20 and 24.
It's almost to a point where I probably almost need to let her go.
Sometimes that's sometimes that's the best way to go, right? Because if she's not following your lead and she wants to be the man of the house, it can't go that way, right? But at the same time, in the Bible, it tells us once we lay with a woman, that's our wife. We're supposed to be with that woman. You see what I'm saying? So this is why we teach our children, look, be very picky on who you deal with. Don't just be going around trying 31 flavors, because the moment you lay with a man, or I tell my nephew, I don't have a son, but I tell my nephew, the moment you lay with a woman, this is your wife. And you're supposed to treat them as such, right? That's why we teach our kids to keep the commandments of the Lord. As they grow up, they know the commandments. They know how to lead their wife. The wives know how to be a wife and follow the husband. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about that just now. I literally mean it.
And you said something. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening to you.
And you said something about we was just walking by, right? You not knowing what the hell is going to happen today. But the Lord psychologically told you to come here today for a reason. Watch this. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24. Man's goings are of the Lord.
The man's goings is of the Lord. You woke up today like, oh, yo, let's go do this, let's go do that. Man, we got to walk through the bar. We got to do something. Not knowing you was going to come into the man of the Lord.
Exactly. I get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we normally in the city.
Yeah.
Man,
right?
come on,
right?
bro. I know where y'all be at
right?
in the city too.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all not over on 16th Dimension or right there on Market. Y'all somewhere in the city.
Exactly. It's a bunch of us waking up here today. You know what I'm saying? There's millions of us now learning that we're Israelites. You know what I'm saying? And that we got to follow God's commandments and we got to have faith in Christ, right? We sit here and run around talking about we black, we African American, I'm a Negro,
I just say I'm colorblind, I'm a
right? But we learn our history in this Bible, right? Deuteronomy.
books.
Deuteronomy
Period.
28,
Because
6,
that,
There you go.
I want to know where can I get an apocrypha from?
You know what? This is what I'll do.
I need one too.
Take my phone number. Matter of fact, here, do this. This is gonna be better. Where's that? Send me an email right there. Right there. And then I'll buy you one and send it to you.
All right.
Because you're my brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because the apocrypha is the books that are missing from the Bible. That
Here,
you don't
let
want
me
us to know
just give me a
about.
phone number.
People don't know, Salakia, people don't know that I told this to my mom. The Apocrypha got so much game in it. If I had this growing up in my youth, I wouldn't have done what I've done to women.
Hello?
I wouldn't have done what I've done to my people. This book got these books verse
And
got
it's only,
so
about
much
5?
game.
What about 5? 6?
It's a couple.
Nah,
it's like 14
14 books.
But it's so much game, especially in Sirach. It's so much game in this book. That's how you know the Most High is a black man, because he got the most game in the world. Who got more game than we do? Nobody. It's game in this book, man.
So Songs of Solomon.
Songs of Solomon, mainly Sirach is the main one I love the
The main
most.
one that I like.
Yeah.
I read it before, but
always,
it's been
I
a
need to
while.
get back
Esdras
to my
got some
Psalms,
heat in
though.
Esdras.
Has it.
Man, it's heat in this book,
The
man.
Maccabees.
Hey,
Yeah, I haven't started the Maccabees yet. I'm almost
Send me
there.
a text, right? So
It's game in this book, man.
yeah, go ahead and read that Sirach that I.
Did you
how'd
want 2
hold
and
it?
15?
Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 15.
Remember, it always comes back to the commandments, right? Go ahead.
They that fear the Lord will not disobey. They that fear the Lord will not disobey his words. And they that love him will keep his ways.
Right? So when we fear him, we're gonna keep his words. You know what I'm saying? Like today today's a Sabbath day, right? The Most High ordained the Sabbath day for rest day. We chilling. We supposed to be hanging, you know what I'm saying? Relaxing, talking about the Bible, hanging with our family, hanging with our brothers, right? Keep reading. But we got a lot of our people that have no clue that you're supposed to rest on the Sabbath.
Man, that was the first thing I learned. Because if you look at the days of the week, Sunday, first day of the week, Monday, moon.
Yep.
Tuesday, he made 2 people.
You brothers got a little knowledge.
Hey, man.
Wednesday is when he thought for real, like, by how am I really going to finish this wake up? Thursday. Haven't really figured that one out yet.
It's all right.
Friday, I know we
It's
chilling.
all right. You know.
I know we chilling. It's time to have fun. Friday, let's spice food, let's eat, let's do good. But Saturday is the day we actually sit down and look at each other and be like, hey, what did you learn this week?
God.
What information that you can give me before this first day of the week again appears?
It's the 7th day. Well,
It's the 7th day.
meaning
God,
complete.
complete. God rested on the 7th day, right? He rested on the 7th day.
Let's get this verse
Right.
right.
Guess what they tricked us on?
What's that?
Just to let y'all know. The days when supposedly God died.
Oh, yeah. That's a whole nother.
Supposedly had
That's a whole nother
Supposedly
conversation.
started on Saturday, right?
Nah.
This is verse 16.
Go ahead.
They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law.
Read that one more time.
Verse 16. They that fear the Lord will seek him. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law.
Keep reading.
Verse 17. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hand of the Lord and not unto the hand of men.
That's why we have to stop doing what these other nations is telling us to do, right? The heathen. See, you know a little bit, man. You know a little bit, right?
Yeah, I was trained by y'all
Oh, okay.
a long time ago, so I kind of fell away from it only by, in spite of what was going on.
I agree with
See,
you.
and this is,
It's never left me. It's just I have a hard time getting back to it.
I understand, right?
And that's why we made right here, right
Exactly.
now today.
Exactly. Remember what he read? The man's goings is of the Lord, man. Right? And this is, we weren't even gonna come out today because it was raining. Normally we're at Pier 39.
What's so crazy? The 3 wise men.
All praises to the Most High, man. All praises to the Most High. Right? We weren't even gonna come out today. We normally at Pier 39 in San Francisco, right? And I'm like, yo, let's go to Oakland. Let's go to a BART station.
Right
You know
by
what I'm
my
saying?
house.
Right? And we
I
here.
stay right by Pier 39.
Right? You saying that you was brought up in this a little bit, right? And you fell in a way. A little bit, okay.
Because my mom first started out as a Baptist,
Okay.
Christian, then she went to Jehovah's Witness and stayed there. And I studied each one of those, and then I studied how the Hebrews were. And then it made more sense to me how the Bible was constructed and how it all came about. Because I was like, well, if you look at actual history of the Atlantic slave trade, and then when I studied Deuteronomy, and it all came together, and I was like, well, that makes sense. Why we always start, like our history just started 400 years ago. That's not the case. What happened before that?
Exactly.
And so when I started reading about it and it started coming together, I was like, there was more that I didn't know. And so the more I started to want to understand, I really got into it. And I think what happened is a lot of people fell away from it.
Right.
Because I was getting closer to God.
And give me Matthew 10, I think it's 13. Let me double check.
No, Matthew 10 and 12. First Matthew
10 and 13 is, and if this house be worthy.
No, where he talks about dividing.
I believe that's
No, 22, 10 and 22, Slock it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 22. Red letter. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
So Christ said, you're going to be hated from all men, regardless, right? Because you want to follow him the correct way. We all came from the Christian church. I asked my pastor one day, I said, who are we in the Bible? This was before I even knew
that's the
anything.
same question I asked. That's how I knew something
Right?
wasn't right.
Yeah. So I asked my pastor, who are we in the Bible? This was like years before I came into the knowledge of the truth, right? And I'll never forget it. We was at Bible study. He said, oh, we're Gentiles. And I said, well, who are the Israelites, right?
They are close. They are cousins.
Okay, I can roll with that. I can agree with that, right? That's another conversation. We can talk about that in a minute. But I'll never forget it. He said, we are Gentiles. And I said, well, who's the Israelites? Aren't they God's chosen people? Well, God doesn't have a chosen people anymore. And I'm like, well, Paul says that God didn't forget his people. He's like, he said, just have faith in Jesus. And that's all you need to worry about.
And you got to remember name. Paul was Saul at first.
Of course, yes. Right? But
those are the European names they gave. Those aren't the actual names.
Those aren't the
That's
actual
why I
names.
say, like, the books,
right?
the books that they
But-
gave us to read, they tell the truth throughout the Bible, but they hide a little bit more than what you thought. That's what makes you have to listen closer. And when you get apocryphal, that can't change shit out here, bro.
They
Read
didn't change nothing out the book. What they did was they kept the book the
Read verse
same,
34,
but they hid
10
the
and
history
34.
to back up the books.
Like
And 2 or 3
34.
witnesses.
10 and
said,
34.
look, I didn't know about the apocrypha until after I read Revelations,
Right, okay. So,
and I ain't even finished with that.
Revelations is a deep book, man.
That-
Deep
that
book.
it is.
But check this out. Christ said that you were going to go against, all men is going to hate you for his name's sake. Because you want to get closer with Christ the real way, right? The way that the Bible says.
Honorable.
What have I been telling you this whole time? We got to do what? Keep the commandments of God.
And that's where I failed.
We got to keep the commandments, brother. Right? Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 34.
Bring it out.
Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Christ came, when he came here, he didn't come to give peace to anybody. He came to divide people with this sword. You see, he was against the Pharisees, the Sadducees, right? And everything that they was doing, he was rebuking them, right? Read.
For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household.
Christ came to divide the family. The people I grew up with, when I see him, what's up, bro? How you doing? Blah, 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 blah. But I don't kick it with him like I used to. I've been in this truth almost 6 years, right? I'm 41 years old. I learned I was an Israelite when I was 35, right? Ever since I became an Israelite or learned that I was an Israelite, I don't deal with my friends that I grew up anymore. I got new family now, right? And we all on the same page. This brother can come to my house. This brother can come to my house. I'd be like, yo, I'll be right back. I'm going to go run to the store or whatever, right? And I can leave my wife there, and I know he ain't going to try to get with my wife. But what's happening right now? We got brothers that you grew up with your whole life try to holler at your
bag. Yep.
right?
Again, they don't make it no easier because the women, they try to go
That's
into it also.
exactly. But
And
see,
that's the whole conversation right there. Like,
right. And that's why it goes
once
back
we
to
know our place, then we know what place we can go.
right. What that goes back to what I was saying earlier, for the woman to be with a godly man, because then the man is going to lead her in the right direction, so she don't even have to be thinking like that.
Come on.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It all starts with you. How you treat look up a woman is given to a wicked man.
Come.
Right?
So we only got a couple more months.
It's all up to you, brother. Right? And you know you an Israelite.
And we got a one-shot ride from
You know you an Israelite, brother. You know that you got to keep the commandments of God. There wasn't a you don't know what the reason was why you had to wake up, walk through here, then you see us, right? Then we start having a conversation, right? But now we open up on the conversation and we see that, okay, you used to be in the truth, but you fell away a little bit. But now it's your time to come back and come back to the marriage, right? That's what the whole point of Christ was coming for, to bring all 12 tribes back together. That was the whole point, right? Go ahead, bring
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 26 and verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
Look at all our brothers on the street, all our sisters on the street selling dope to our own people. And look at the women that they hang around with. What they do? They try to set them up. They try to get another nigga to sit here and try to rob them, right? And they always trying to fight with the person they're supposed to be with. Always. For you, in your example, that's happening right now, right? But read that again.
A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man.
I'm not saying you wicked. I don't know you. But if you're not keeping the commandments of God, then you wicked.
On that note, we coming back this way. We just got to brush them over real quick.
Okay, brother.
Don't leave. We'll be back before the next hour.
Let me finish this
Let
out.
him finish that out real
A
quick.
wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord.
Remember, it's always coming back.
To myself, you can't touch her.
It's always coming back to what? Doing what?
Keep the commandments.
Keeping the commandments, fearing the Most High. You fear the Most High, you get wisdom. You see stuff before it even happens. I can't deal with her. She got a big booty and a smile, but I can't deal with that. Right?
A lot of people don't believe in premonitions too.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I seen this dad a couple times before I even got him.
Hey, all praises,
On real
man.
life.
It's a reason.
I wasn't able to see the faces, but the voices are so familiar.
Come on.
So I know that God is there with me in my life, you know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm not scared of no man on this earth, I do fear God.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's the only one that can keep my life or give my life or take my life. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying?
We just read Christ said to fear the power that can take away your soul and your body. Mm-hmm. Don't fear the person that can only take away your body. Fear the power that can take away your body and your soul. Mm-hmm. That's why when we come out here, I don't be scared. If we get into it, we get into it. There's some brothers, we've been threatened.
The power of God, we know how to ignore that shit. Just
Of
like
course.
Brother walked by and was talking over his brother right here speaking.
Right.
I see you getting ready to get that more.
Oh, yeah, you got.
Say one more motherfucker.
I still know where I'm at.
Right? Yeah. Right. And that comes back to having the wisdom. I see a brother, like the brother that came by, y'all need to read this, but don't even pay no attention. Right? I've learned over time, you don't even need to engage in certain
Remember,
things.
I start to get the information.
Exactly.
That's what lets you know right there from the beginning.
Hey, well, Lord willing,
want,
man.
and I heard what y'all was saying, so therefore I wanted to get y'all knowledge about what we are going through both.
Gone.
So,
all praises, man. I'm glad y'all stopped by.
AHOS.